try and put it in its proper place. And that's why I never really come out and critique, you know, Rick Ross, you know, or critique, you know, Nicki Minaj, or critique Lil Wayne, or critique what have you, because there's a certain level of hypocrisy, you know, in it, because I enjoy it. You know, I like it. I bought the album. You know, I don't like it terribly or tremendously, but, you know, I still enjoy listening to it, because it speaks to something that is human in all of us, you know, the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of sexual gratification, the pursuit of kind of carnal things and desires, which are the premise for all the religions that we practice. You know, even religion recognizes desire, you know, as something that humans chase and want, you know, and something that will go against the creator who created us to even enjoy. You know, so I never kind of try and put myself in the box where I'm this super holy pope-like figure, you know, as Reverend. I'm definitely not a reverend, but there's a certain level of responsibility of the audience, and you guys have a lot of power. You know, when we come out and we see you guys, when we come out and we do a show, we do a song, we sit to see the reaction from you guys. You know, so if you don't react, you know, the way that we thought you were to this super positive record, and we turn around and do the super negative record, and the super negative record gets all the reaction, the positive reaction that we're looking for, we're going to make super negative records. You know, because there's a certain carnal, desirous thing that we're trying to achieve as well as artists. You know, we want a positive reaction to what we do, you know. And it has nothing to do with like commercialization or commodification of the art form, which is there. I'm just trying to speak from the artist standpoint, where it's just like, when I come out, I want the crowd to go crazy, you know. And when I do songs and the crowd doesn't go crazy, I don't do those songs anymore. You know, I focus on the songs where the crowd goes crazy. So, you know, I was watching footage of Rick Ross the other day, and he did BMF, building my, you know, not building mine faster, blowing money faster. And when he performed it, the reaction of the crowd was so intense and so strong, and it was so just like, I was like, oh man, I want to make songs like that. And this is Lupe Fiasco saying, you know, I want that same kind of raw energy coming from the crowd, but how do I achieve that without blowing money fast? You know, and that's the conundrum for artists like me. You know, I want that same kind of commercial, that popular response, that ooh, wow, big crowd, just speaking very honest. But I want to kind of implant it with a certain level of positivity and a certain level of consciousness, and you know, that's my artistic kind of thing. You know, my little OCD moments that I have trying to get it right, you know. Retreating back to the white piece from Gary, he says, secondly, how does the music industry influence or control, with exclamation mark, the means of artistic production? The music business is a very dirty ass place. You know, just like any other business, it's a dirty ass place. You know, the managerial staff at the local McDonald's, you know, probably isn't the most cordial of individuals, you know, when you're trying to get time off, you know, during the holidays. No different in the music business. It just works at a different level of, but nice, political way to put it, psychopathic kind of fashion. At the end of the day, it's a business. Businesses in this capitalistic society are based on the bottom line. It's about making money. So if you're not making money, then at a certain level you don't matter. You know, and that's just the raw truth of it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's negative, it doesn't matter if it's positive, it doesn't matter if it's conscious, it doesn't matter if you're whack, it doesn't matter if you're dope. If you're not making money on a certain level, you don't matter. You know, and so corporations will go above and beyond the means to make sure that you get money, to make sure that you make money, to make sure they make money. even if it's to the point where it's not even about the music, if they can make money off the blue jean deal that you might do with Wrangler, you know, especially in this day and age, what they're doing now is something called the 360 deal. And the 360 deal is basically they want 360 degrees of the money that you make, so off of your music. So if you, from your publishing to the t-shirts that you sell at your shows, to the money that you make at your shows, to the sneaker deal that you might get, to the TV show deal that you might get, to the letter that you wrote to your mother, you know, they want 30 to 25 to 30% of all of that, and that is the standard deal for any artist coming into the music business since the past like 2.5 years. So I can almost guarantee that any artist that has come out within the past 2 years is under a 360 deal, or a variant of the 360 deal. The traditional record company, record contract, you put out an album, get a couple pennies on the dollar, and you go off and tour and make millions, doesn't exist anymore. You know, and that's a reaction of the record companies noticing the drop in the sales, you know, in the traditional record sales, or so they say. You know, I think it's all a bunch of bullshit, but so they implemented this 360 system, you know, which is damn near illegal, you know, and they put it on me. You know, I got the conversation where it was, you know, Lupe, we know you don't have a 360 deal, but we're going to need you to sign it. And if you don't sign it, we may or may not promote your album. You know, we're going to put priority in the artists who are under 360 deals. You know, and so that's why you get a 3-year gap between the Cool in 07 and Lasers 2011, you know, because it was the actual industry rule number 4080 at work, you know, where it was like, we want you to do what we want you to do, or you're not doing anything. You know, you can try, but your album's not coming out, you know. So that's how the music industry directly controls the means of artistic production, you know, by putting the kibosh on any type of independent move that you try to do. And I mean, they will go out of their way to shut you down. You know, so you have to be very careful in this day and age of the music business. Thirdly, what does the 21st century what does a 21st century political, are you sure you're a professor, son? I kid. 21st century politics listening entail? How much of the onus should be placed on the listener, consumer, or the artist, or are the artists entirely to blame for hip-hop's problematic features? I'm very, very kind of like hesitant to kind of point out the problems in hip-hop, because you can say hip-hop, or a certain level of hip-hop, are very pornographic, but pornos are pornographic. You know, and the pornography business has been around way longer than the hip-hop business. So is the hip-hop just a reflection of pornography, and are you attacking the right thing? You know, or are you just using hip-hop as a scapegoat, saying it's this misogynistic, you know, vulgar kind of entity, when it's really just, you know, writing down and rapping what it saw in a Lacey Duvall film or something like that, you know. Y'all know who Lacey Duvall is. So whenever the blame game comes up, I'm very hesitant about pointing the finger at my fellow artists or hip-hop as a whole, because it's really just a reaction and a reflection of what's going on in society. We live in a very dual society. You know, each one of us is a sinner and a saint to the highest degree. You know, we have very, very saintly duties and things that we do. You know, massive weed addictions, you know, or we're sexual deviants, you know, or we got 4 girlfriends on the side, you know. There's always some duality that exists in human beings that I'm very, very kind of hesitant about saying that is hip-hop. Hip-hop is only 25 years old. You know, these problems that have existed in mankind since the beginning of mankind. And lastly, from my perspective, what does the genre look or sound like at present? And what are my aspirations for the future of hip-hop, you know, across the 21st century? I think hip-hop is beautiful. The culture of hip-hop is beautiful. The 99.9% that is the culture of hip-hop that permeates, that is the premier source of inspiration and thought and design and how you dress and how you talk and how you walk, that is emulated around the world, that is hip-hop, is excellent. The commercial, which is the 0.1% that exists, and that is hip-hop, which is everything that you buy, in TV, BET, iTunes, Amazon, what have you. It's not as good as it could be honest, but it's still great. You know, I think I applaud Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne made rappers want to rap again. You know, he made everybody step up there, and I'm talking about in the underground. You know, you had kids who wanted to come out and rap like Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne is a very awesome rapper. You know, the things he talk about aren't that awesome. I'll be honest, you know, like, there's only, you know, drugs and shooting people, and, you know, I don't want to hear a 12-year-old rap about that, you know. But they rap about it really, really good, you know. So it's kind of like this objective, subjective battle, where it's like, I appreciate the subjectiveness of it. I appreciate the art of it, the level of insane rapping that's taking place now. But, you know, some of the things that are talking about, I don't. You know. So it's the same hypocrisy and the duality exists in me that I see in hip hop. And so I'm very hesitant to kind of do a full-on critique, you know, of hip hop as far as what's good and what's bad, you know, because nobody's a saint. And at the same time, nobody's an absolute sinner.